This episode of the podcast is brought to you by the one, the only OnX Maps. They are the title sponsor of this podcast, and I'm so thankful for them. I've been using OnX for over a decade now, and if you've never checked it out, it goes so much further than just land ownership. Not only does it show you where you can hunt, but you can utilize the features, the icons, slope angle, topography, hybrid modes, satellite, and one of my personal favorite new features, the LiDAR feature. Please check OnX out. Go to onxhunt.com. What are you waiting for? Start figuring out your favorite hunting spots without having to actually be there the whole time. OnX rules. I love them. I love you. Let's get back to the show. What's up, buddies? Hello and welcome to another episode of Elk Don't Exist, the pod. Today I have a very special guest. One of my best friends on the planet happens to be my local pastor at Fresh Life Church in Kalispell, a award-winning brisketeer, of which I am an honorary member of the Brisky Boys. Which is our brisket competition team. And all I do is show up, drink booze, and cheer the team on. Kyle does all the work, and we share all the spoils. Kyle, welcome to the show.
Hey, man. Thank you for having me. It's awesome.
I invited you on because you were texting me the other night, and I forget exactly what you said, but you're basically having a crisis. Because you texted me out of the blue late at night, like, what did you say?
I just said, I'm coming on your podcast to talk about what do you do when you didn't get raised by a hunting family, yes. And you have kids, and you want that for them,
right?
But you have no idea where to start,
right?
And you kind of feel like a chump and a little bit of shame, and then you feel like you're just compounding that with your kids. And I don't want my kids to. I have 4. I don't want any of them to grow up feeling that way,
right?
Because I don't feel confident in hunting or camping even. Like I have a camper. But that doesn't really count because you don't have to contend with much,
Yeah, that's true.
So that was why I missed.
I thought that was such a great question, and I'm so glad you asked. Like, you came to the right place.
Yeah.
I can't teach you how to be the best hunter in the world, but I can get you going. So I thought, man, I know my brand appeals to people that are considering going hunting for the first time or just getting comfortable being outside. Yeah. And, usually when I take someone hunting for the first time, it's kind of like me in a city, like a big city. Yeah. The first time I started visiting Vancouver, BC to visit my now wife, I thought I was going to get stabbed or drugs shoved up my butt. Like,
Again.
For the third time.
It's getting old.
Hey, at the third time, I want the drugs up there. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
Anywho, but it was like, I'm going to get stabbed or jumped, and that's just not necessarily true. There's dangers.
Sure.
Be aware, not afraid,
yeah,
type of thing. So I feel completely at home on the mountain, where taking someone new for the first time, they're like, how many cougars are out here?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've seen like 2 in my life in the wild. Yeah. You don't got to worry. Grizzly bears, you got to worry a little bit, but it's the same kind of concept, like, wow, this is so foreign to me, whatever. Yeah. So I thought, yes, absolutely come on the podcast, because there's definitely people listening right now that feel the same way.
Yeah, when you have kids too, you feel like you're responsible for, if I take them out there, I don't want to put them in a situation where, I'm not prepared to handle whatever comes my way either, right. Too.
And that's the thing, it's like, you're safe, It's rolling the dice.
Yeah.
As far as like getting struck by lightning or grizzly bear attacks. I mean, the odds are pretty good that you'll probably be fine. And if you just take them to some state piece of land close by, the odds of running into a bear, very, very slim, all that stuff. But yeah, I thought it'd be great to talk about some of these things because like I could barely drive a trailer, I think every man has, maybe insecurity is not the right word, but like you want to raise your kids to be tough and sweet and gentle and brave and courageous. And there's just no better way to teach them some of those tougher skills than like going outside with them.
Yeah.
So I think right off the bat, like a great way to start is antler hunting. You know, you don't, because even like to go into hunting, man, we got to teach you firearm safety, like basics, which you're a grown ass man. You probably know them.
Yeah. Well, and I
some
think
of them.
it's like some family non-negotiables are like swimming lessons and hunter safety.
Yeah, great.
You know,
which all your kids have taken hunter
Yeah.
safety, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Have you taken your hunter safety?
Yeah, but I was 12, you know.
But you still have it?
But yeah.
Okay, so right off the rip, you know this thing, the rookie season that I did this year, which it's coming out soon, guys. I can't wait for you to see it. This is the biggest project I've ever done. I took 3 grown-ass men, not just to get their first year, but hunting for the very first time. And all 3 guys went from, I don't even know how to shoot a rifle, to all 3 of them filling their first deer tag on their first hunts within a couple days each. And it was incredible. I can't wait to start rolling out those episodes for you to see, to show that hunting is not for everyone, but it could be for you. All these 3 guys have radically different backgrounds. They didn't grow up in hunting families. They didn't grow up, just wish some white knight would come and teach me how to hunt. They had zero desire to hunt until the last year or 2 when they started asking me questions about it. And that's where I was like, oh, we can make this an awesome YouTube series and show people, like, you don't have to grow up in a trailer park or with a family, because that's what people think, you know? It's like, I've got to be this redneck to hunt. No, anyone from any background, this could be for you. And I think we proved that when I'm getting texts to this day of the guys that went hunting for the first time go, what else can we hunt in like December, January?
Oh, nice.
Like, or our mutual friend Solomon Ray.
Yeah, I saw that.
Renowned singer-songwriter.
The real solo Ray.
The real solo Ray, not the AI. That's a whole thing for another story. I'm going to have Solo on the podcast, and we'll talk about that. So stay tuned. That was a great teaser.
Yeah.
Like AI, robots taking over? What's going on?
With the same name.
But he, like when we were packing out his buck, and that story is incredible. Like, again, I can't wait to share it with you. He's like, dude, I get it now. Like, I'm all in. I've got the bug. I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that was the goal, you know?
Yeah.
So all that to say, I'm officially inviting you to be a participant in the 2026 rookie season.
I'm in. That sounds like a blast. No pun intended, but pun is definitely welcome.
Which means this summer we're going to teach you how to shoot. We're going to go through all of it with you. And it takes like years to develop the skills to be able to teach your kids everything. But I am going to be your guide into all of that world.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's cool. I grew up with guns. I brought one today. I showed you like when I was 9 years old.
Yes, it's from the 1940s Savage 220 410 break action shotgun, which was one of the first break action shotguns without an exposed hammer. So it's a very revolutionary gun. It's an incredible, the wood, the furniture is pristine. Dude, you have like a piece of history.
Well, and that's the funny thing is like growing up, I had these like, I was given guns, but they were like, or special knives. But it was like, don't ever touch these. Don't ever use them.
Yeah, these are...
They're for looking at, these are not for to use. But, I went to college and I was in rural Australia. And Australia is not very friendly to gun ownership.
Right.
Unless you register it with the government and sort of all that stuff. But on the farm we were at, they had a permit. And so we could shoot kangaroos. And so we were, and you could spotlight them. And so we were...
They're invasive.
Yeah. So we were... several.
Wow.
We used a lever action 220.
220 Swift?
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
220 Swift.
And
that's a sweet gun. I would love to have one.
Super fun. And then when you shoot them, though, you're not allowed to touch them. So you just drop them and leave them.
You can't even get... Kangaroo meat is like a delicacy.
Yeah. There are professional kangaroo shooting outfits that can come on the farms, and they take the meat and process it, but we weren't allowed to. So I'm like, and I've shot a buck and I've shot an antelope and things.
Oh, so you have hunted?
I've hunted, but here's where I'm like,
I have to,
unsure.
Okay, yes.
Is I've never learned how to like gut the animal. So that's been done for me, which I feel embarrassed to say, but it's true.
No, that's very common.
But it's like, oh man, I don't even know. What if I hit the, wrong thing? I hit the bladder, and like I want to be able to teach my kids that part of it. It's like, and then how do you? I think that the other aspect is like prioritizing your time so that you can do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy to, man, a week in, week out, and all of a sudden you've missed hunting season.
Yep.
And so how do you?
Prioritizing is the main thing. So I have tons of buddies. So it's like, hey, can you go hunt on Friday? Oh, I gotta do the lawn, and I got all this. All that stuff can wait.
Yeah.
Do you want to go hunting or not? Like, my wife is a G, and she's so good with. I was gone 18 days, 18 or 19 sun up to sundown days. This just November. Like pretty much the entirety of November, I was not home, and then usually all September, I'm gone for 30 straight days, helping it where I can, or I'm home on the weekends now that I'm doing this thing full time. So I have like a hunt schedule or whatever. But since I really fell in love with hunting, it's like I haven't worked a Friday, even when I had a day job. I haven't worked a Friday in God knows how long. So if nothing else, it's like, hey, Friday I'm going hunting. And then Saturday's family day, Sunday's church, whatever. And then maybe as it gets later in the season, I'm going to need Friday and Saturday. There's ways to communicate that. The biggest thing I tell guys with wives that are less cool about their husbands being gone all the time is preload that. And we learned this in ministry. I did 10 years of vocational ministry, 5 of those years working alongside Kyle, which was a great time.
Great time.
Hard time.
Yeah.
And now we get to serve together, which is great. But like what I'm trying to say is my whole adult life, since I fell in love with hunting, is maneuvering things to favor me being able to hunt, which means the driveway is not getting shoveled. Now I've got a kid that can do that, or all these little tit for tat things. They can wait, man, because you know how short life is. I know how short life is. I don't know how many seasons I have left, realistically. Like, when are my knees going to go out? When am I going to have to start slowing down? So it's like all these little life things. When you zoom out and you're on your deathbed, I just think you're not going to be like, man, I could have got an extra 100 feet of fence put in.
True. Yeah. No, that's funny you say that because my oldest, Tyan, he's 19 years old. He's in the Air Force.
Like that.
Yeah, and he's in the Air Force, and I'm thinking back to, it's like we don't have weekends together anymore. So I'm like, man, when was the last time we went antelope hunting over east in probably 2015.
Which, how old was he then? I mean, that was 10 years ago.
He would have been
9?
11.
Yeah. Yeah, right?
Or no, 9.
9 years
He
old.
was born in 06. So yeah, 9.
And it just, time goes by like this. You know? There's a billion things around the house that need done, but I have learned, and my wife has seen this, but I asked her one time, I've shared this on the podcast before, forgive me, but for newer listeners or whatever, like, I asked my wife, when I have other buddies' wives that are like, pick the weekend you're hunting this year, like, just gross. Like, I get one weekend to do the thing I love to do the most. Like, that's a bummer. My wife's never been like that. And I asked her, like, how come you have such an easy time with this? Not that it's easy, like having 2 crazy boys holding down the fort. And this was before I was like making money doing this or making a living doing this. I was like, why is it so easier to be like, go do this thing, or encouraging me when I feel guilt of like, I've been gone a lot. Are you sure you don't need me home? Go. And I asked her, like, why is this so much easier for you than other people? And she's like, I just love the person you are when you get home. Let them see that, dudes. Like, if you're coming home mad that you haven't filled a tag, you're hurting your case. Let them see that change in you, like a refreshed, more patience, more love for your family. It's hard being away from them. That's super important.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, like I had the opportunity, I think it was 2 years ago, to get like a season pass at the local golf course.
Yeah.
And I opted out because I was like, man, that's 5 hours, 6 hours. If I'm going to play enough to pay for it, that's 5 or 6 hours per round, 18 holes. I'm going to have to play like 13 rounds, and you sort of say like, if that's one game a week,
Right.
that's a long time. All of a sudden you're 13 weeks of your, spring, summer. And then I think some of it is like just my upbringing. I've always been a little wonky on personal time,
Okay.
like how to take personal time and it not be
Do you struggle with
offense
taking
or
personal time for yourself?
I would say I'm quicker to say no to kind of the personal, I feel like indulgences.
Okay.
If it's,
Does that stem from a place of guilt?
well, I can definitely, yeah, I would say no, not from someone else, like internally. Not,
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
not like someone else would make me feel like my wife would not make me feel guilty at all, but it'd be more like, my family, my upbringing, my parents broke up when I was 10, and work was the reason we were given that split the home up was,
Interesting. Overworking.
overworking, and there's definitely truth to that. And so, yeah, I feel like all of this sort of hobby time just got warped growing up of like, how dare you take that time, for yourself
Interesting.
type of thing. And so I think it's probably stunted some of that in me of being confident and comfortable to say like, hey, I'm going to go do this thing. And again, I wouldn't want to make it sound like in my home that is how it would be. It's all just in between my ears, of like,
I struggled with that for a long time
yeah,
because it's like the generation above us, they view fun as, I don't have time for that.
yeah, for sure.
Life's too short. Work the same job forever. You just endure life, then you retire and die. And I just refuse to subscribe to that way of living. And so that causes some pain points with some older people in my life. Like, you don't have a real job? And I stopped letting that bother me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, life is way too short. The economy sucks. I don't know if it's ever possible to feel like you're ahead financially. It's possible, obviously, but it's very difficult this day and age. It's not like it was when they were younger.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going on the vacation. I'm going hunting because if I come home a happier, more patient, my soul is enriched, I'm closer to God, my kids
Yeah.
are going to see that.
Yeah. And I mean, you're bringing them with you more and more. And that's where I want to get in my life. I think that pays dividends. My youngest son, who's 9, has a friend who they live on like 40 acres out foothills, like
I'm going to need their name,
Yeah.
address, and number.
spotting scope just parked in their living room.
Yeah.
They live in this like box canyon too. So they've got just animals moving all over.
Oh, that's so
And I mean, they've had like 4 grizzly bears in their yard at the same time. The mother literally shot a bear through her window with a shotgun
No kidding.
because they were doing construction and the house hadn't been finished and this bear was banging on the windows.
And she just
And
blasted
it was about to break the door down, and she had 2 kids, and she was alone.
Wow.
And so, yeah, no, she did. So like they live in this like super wild, place.
Yeah.
And he's growing up. They've got a pond, and they got trout that they put in there, and he's growing up shooting squirrels and
Yeah.
eating the squirrels. It's family rule. It's like if you shoot it, you gotta eat it, which I love. And he's 9, and he's got big buck that he got this year, and I see how
awesome.
that. I see the longing, in my own son.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, man, I've got so much work to do to get him there. and I'm willing. I'm totally willing.
The good news is it's a lot less work than you think.
Yeah.
Because you have it. It took me. I mean, it's just a matter of like, I'm going to do this now. You know, like the first time I did the gutless method, which you don't even have to touch the guts, which means you can hike further, go longer. If you kill something, you're getting all the meat off, and you don't gotta. I just spilled all over myself. It's shout out to Jocko Go, the energy drink. Not a sponsor, but hey, Jocko, come on, son. Come on, son. I'm down 18 pounds since hunting season started.
Wow.
Someone said, "Did you get that for free?" I'm like, "No, I ordered it." I don't think he sponsors like twink-looking twinks. Is the verbiage I used.
Well, you should ask him.
Crackhead-looking twinks. I will ask. I will personally ask Jocko Willing.
And then send us a screenshot of the DM. Hey.
We'll never read it. That would be very funny, though. There's less work than you think. It's just, like, I think you're like me in that you have to dive into something in order to do it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You didn't learn how to cook a award-winning brisket
Yeah.
by a YouTube video.
No.
Might have got you started, but you have to feel.
Yeah.
You have to do. You have to see,
spend hours.
and then practice.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like next year, you can go shoot a deer and go, Dillon, come show me how to do this. And I'm stopping everything to come help you. Like that's my
cool.
promise to you.
That's way cool.
So there's less, like my dad didn't know the gutless method. That was a new thing. So we always gutted our deer and he like let me do it, which just shout out to him. I think the first deer he did it and showed. The second deer, he's like, here's a knife. You're going to do it and I'm going to teach you. And it took like hours, 3 hours for me to like, well, I don't know what I'm touching and there's blood everywhere. And gutless method is awesome. It's very clean, very simple. And then just the more you do it, the quicker and better once you know like the anatomy of a deer or whatever. That stuff seems daunting, but a couple times you do that, dude, like you got it, you know? And I'll teach you all that stuff, which is great. But yeah, I think if you just want to get out with your kids more and just start, dude, it's okay to go, hey, we're going to learn how to do this together.
Actually, that sounds really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be like a core memory for them.
Yeah. So this spring, let's all go antler hunting together.
Oh, that'd be a riot.
It's so fun because like that's where my kids started to fall in love with the outdoors. I don't know if they're going to grow up wanting to hunt or whatever. And that's not, I hope so. Because it's like, dude, I got so many cool places I could take you, but I'm never going to force it on them. But like my oldest boy loves going to look for antlers because, dude, we get treats at the gas station. If we find antlers, we get victory slushies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I'm perfectly okay with bribing my kids to spend more time outside and less time in front of Xbox or
great.
fighting with each other or whatever. And antler hunting is a great way to do that. So we'll go together, bring the kids, and yeah, maybe you'll get lucky and find an antler, but like it's a lot of work to find one. But it's like, oh, look at see these tracks in the snow.
Yeah.
Here's how to tell if they're fresh. And here's how to tell what direction they're going and maybe how long they were moving through here. Or here's a deer bed. See where they like to bed down and the thick stuff where they can be protected, where they can smell the wind this way. And so you can go outside and then get them falling in love with like wildlife. I'm so sorry for the interruption here, but this episode of the podcast is brought to you by the one and only Tricer. Tricer makes lightweight glassing solutions. In my opinion, they just made the greatest bipod in the history of hunting bipods. You've heard me talk about it a lot. I'm sure you've seen it on social media. It is 15 ounces. You get a set of long legs that can go from 8 inches prone. If you move the width in, you can extend them and go to 30 inches for sitting and kneeling. It covers any shooting position you could find yourself in. It's very easy with your offhand to reach up and adjust angle. It has cant and 360 degrees of panning. It's the best bipod in the world, and there's no other tripod that you would ever catch me glassing from. They're light, you forget they're in your pack, and anything that makes glassing more fun and more enjoyable will help you find more deer and help you kill more deer or animals or bears or, whatever. Tricer rules, if you use dillonsucks, dillonsucks, you're going to save 10% off of everything. And a cool little thing, if you buy the RP, which is their bipod, I get a small commission from that. It helps support the channel. So if you're thinking about getting a new bipod, definitely check that one out. It's my personal favorite of all time, and I would be using it even if I wasn't getting paid to tell you how good it was. It's the real deal. You're going to love it. If you have questions about it, feel free to DM me. I love those guys. Thank you, Tricer. We are also brought to you by Lacrosse Footwear. I started using Lacrosse Boots 2 years ago, and after using them that year, that was going to be my new boot. I typically buy a new pair of boots every 2 or 3 years and just consider it a hunting expense. So that's why I've never been a $500 boot guy. Also, when it comes to footwear and hunting boots especially, you need to try on boots because not every foot is the same. And what I love about Lacrosse is they don't want me sitting here telling you this is the best boot ever made. But for me and my foot, this is the best boot ever made, and it just happens to fit my foot perfectly. So please do go try them on. I've been rocking the Lacrosse Ursa ES. It's a very lightweight early season boot. I love them for elk hunting. They're light, they're flexible. Feels like I'm wearing shoes with more, like basketball shoes, but with more ankle support. I just feel nimble and athletic, and you can layer up under them or wear thicker wool socks and easily stretch those into late season. I love Lacrosse. They have been an amazing, amazing partner. So please do go check them out. We are brought to you by 2O Gear. They are high-end Western hunting layering system. This is my 3rd season in them. I've been so happy, and it's at a price point that is not quite as egregious as some of the other guys. So if you want to stand out, wear something different, and not have to completely drain your bank account, please check 2O Gear out, 2ogear.com. 2O has recently come out with the Molten heated vest. And if you're like me, when you hear heated vest, you think whitetail hunter, southern gimmick. It's not going to work for Western hunting. And that was my thought when they said they were sending me one. And I could not have been more wrong. This is a super lightweight puffy vest that comes with a 10,000 amp hour charger. So I can charge my phone about 5, maybe 6 times off this charger. So it's dual use. So if you're hiking up to your glassing point, you have the vest on just to keep your core a little bit warm. When you're sitting to glass and you get super, super cold, you can take that charger out of your hip belt pocket, plug it into the vest, turn it on with a little button right here, put that charger in your vest pocket, and it just cooks you. And it is so, so nice. Most hunts, even down to 20 degrees, I have been able to just wear one of their heavyweight merino hoodies, that vest, and I don't have to worry about tons of other layers to try to keep warm. It just heats you up so nice. It feels like God is giving you a hug. I love, love, love the Molten heated vest and everything else 2O has to offer. I've said this before. Fight me. I think their merino is the most comfortable merino wool on the market, hands down. So if you'd like to check 2O Gear out, if you're trying to put together a layering system for your Western hunting adventure, or you just need some supplemental layers or whatever, use code dillonsucks at 2ogear.com. 25% off everything. It's the best deal that I can offer you. 2O is very generous. Great people making really great stuff. Please check 2O Gear out at 2ogear.com. And that was the coolest thing about the rookie season is everyone unanimously said I have so much more appreciation for deer now because I've got to watch them. I got to see what they do when they don't know a human's present. I just got to it's so much different than just seeing them in someone's yard or hitting one on the highway. Oh, these stupid rats, you get to see them in the wild. And antler hunting is a great way to start teaching that. Or grouse hunting is also awesome.
Got the 410 for it.
Exactly. So I think that's what we start doing is, I think next week, let's find a day we're both free. Let's go frickin' grouse hunt.
Huh.
And you need to try to shoot a grouse with that.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then we can just slowly start learning. Hey, are you cold? Well, let's build a fire. You can just do that? Yeah, here's how you do it. Let's start a fire. Little things like that can go such a long way. YouTube is such a massive resource, can be. If you just type in how to deer hunt, you're going to see guys on like, we're 10 miles deep in the backcountry looking for giant mule deer. Like, avoid all that nonsense. Like, anybody can get a deer rifle that shoots for less than $500. Ruger American, awesome option. And learn what plots of land you can go out on, shoot a deer, and then call a buddy for help. Like, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know.
I was given my first deer rifle at 12.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I still have it.
I
still it's the only one I have.
Sweet. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's a 257 Roberts.
Dude, I have people that listen to this that are 257 Roberts diehard fans. And what's fun is the 25 caliber is making a massive comeback right now.
Yeah, I have no idea what words you just used, but I remember getting it, and my grandfather on my dad's side gave all of his sons, he had 4 sons, a 257 Roberts on their 12th birthday.
So cool.
And then I have 3 male cousins and myself, so we all 4 of us got one on our 12th birthday.
257 Roberts.
And my lone sister, who's the only female of the family tree, didn't get anything. But
you can cook this venison when we're done.
Yeah, there you go. But I still have it.
Hey, it's God intended. What's your sister's name?
Lacey.
Lacey, know your place. I bet Lacey could kick my ass.
She could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lacey, that was a joke. You grew up with Kyle, you know what a joke is.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
That saying
indeed.
Kyle's not a joke. Kyle's very funny.
I did shoot my first and only buck with that gun, and I took it. I've taken it for many walks.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah.
Bear hunting in high school.
Awesome.
With it. Didn't see anything.
So why did you stop?
Well, so here's the thing. As we're talking, I'm like, I don't want to portray that I've never done it. It's more that I've just never done it alone. I've always been the guest. I've always been the like
tag along,
and they're teaching me, but I have never gone hunting by myself.
It takes a long time to get to that point.
Yeah.
Or it can.
And then from there to then be like, all right, saddle up, kids. We're going to go out and I'm going to be the one that's where I'm like,
What I'm hearing is for the next couple years, you need to prioritize being able to go hunting. And
I think you're right.
It's like, take your oldest, let them come along with me. Or with someone that really knows what they're doing. Because you get a couple reps doing that, you'll be good to go. Because I didn't start truly falling in love with hunting until I started going by myself.
Yeah.
And I forget like the learning curve of just being comfortable.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Where am I going? Am I supposed to go up the hill, down the hill?
Yeah. What are these elk doing in the morning versus the evening on this particular? I mean, elk hunting is a whole nother.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
horrific learning curve. But
I take them to school. We drive across town. They go to Cayuse Prairie School, which is way, way east in the valley, and there's a huge herd of elk right there.
Yeah.
And I've sent you pictures just to remind you. I can find them easy. I don't have any.
It's very good with AI tools.
Yeah. And I'm like, why are they here? What? I want to understand. Teach me, like in leadership and what I do, I'm always like, I want to teach them how to think. It's less about what, like most people are far more capable than they realize. Yeah. And I'm including myself in that. But it's how to think.
Right.
Like, what are you reading when you're looking at this, draw, or, when you're like, I'm going to take the boys hunting. How do you plot where to go? How did you learn that? Who did you talk to? Is it okay to even talk to people about where they hunt? Because I remember going to Snappy's and asking them like what to fish for, and they're like, "I'm going to tell you that."
Yeah,
it's like just buy the rod and reel and get out of here. It's like,
go figure it out. Son.
I guess I'm going to the Flathead River.
That's a great point.
So that's kind of what I'm hoping to grow in.
Yes, and that's great, and that just comes with like deer do specific things in certain places. Deer that live on agriculture farms act differently than the deer that I hunt, mountain white-tailed deer they've never seen an ag. Most of these bucks that I've killed have never seen an ag field in their life. And it just takes whoever has the most time wins. And I have chosen to live a life where I get more time than most people. And that comes with trade-offs. It comes with being poor a lot more. But it's like, what better life to live than one where I love just being able to like pick a spot on my OnX maps and go, I've never been there. Let's go shed hunt it and see what the deer are doing or see what the elk are doing. And, oh, there's a lot of bear sign here from last spring. Okay, we're going to add that to the bear hunting spots. If I was a bear coming out of a den, where am I going to feed on? Probably that open south slope there out of the creek bottom. Beautiful. Cool. Another new spot to come check out and learn. And it doesn't take long to be able to get to that point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm known as being, not the best hunter in the world. But every year I've gotten better and better and better. And I didn't fall in love with this stuff until I started going alone and learning how to be comfortable.
Yeah. Well, I do want to say, I think you are the most encouraging teacher
Oh, thanks,
I've
man.
ever been around. And I mean that sincerely. Like, I think about golfing, you're so encouraging, you're so positive and uplifting and and self-deprecating and crazy
toward
funny.
My own game, I'm like, I'm going to drown myself in the pond.
Right.
Hey,
Totally.
Kyle, all you got to do, dude. All you got to do, swing free, baby.
Yeah. Swing free. I remember that.
Who cares?
So it's just, I love that about you. I love that you have that personality and desire to teach people. It's what you're doing here. Everyone that's watching, I think, can agree. Your humor and all of that's really awesome and breaks down walls. But what you're really doing,
thanks, man,
is equipping so many people to do the same thing. You're a natural salesperson in the best way of they say that sales is merely the transfer of enthusiasm from one person to another. And so it's man, anyone, I can see why Caitlin, wants you to go do that. It's man, because when you're fired up about something, you bring the whole community with you. It's
thanks, man.
If you're excited about something, we're all excited about it.
That means a lot to me.
So
thank you, brother.
Yeah.
And you're very much the same way. So let's get you.
Yeah.
It's not going to take long to get you up to speed. We'll go shoot, this spring, summer, just spend time on the range, getting comfortable with guns. I'll have you shooting out to 600 yards in no time. And I'm not an expert shooter when it comes to shooting animals because my emotions are but I'm picking up on techniques and learning the math behind long range shooting. And it's just a good time.
Yeah. Right.
And the biggest thing, just getting so comfortable around firearms, that takes time to where I could hand you a random gun you've never seen and how it functions. To check, I don't know this person, they handed me a gun. I'm going to make sure it's empty. Those little things, those safety skills that you can transfer to your kids. Me and the kids shoot BB guns in the backyard. And that's how they're learning to shoot. And every time Roman accidentally flags me or points his muzzle, I smack the gun and I hit him across the face as hard as I can. No, I was just joking. But I smack the gun and go, yo, barrel. And sternly.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, so sorry, Dad. I'm like, no, I'm not mad at you because we've all done this when we're learning.
Yeah.
I just need your brain to be connected to that barrel.
Now, that happened to me. I was a junior in high school bear hunting. And my friend's dad who brought me with him, I had, swept I think his ankle or something by accident.
Yeah.
And it was swatted the barrel and it was a stern.
It has to be stern.
And I've never forgotten it. So
your brain has to be connected to that barrel. And what I've been teaching my oldest boys, this is not Dad being mad at you.
Yeah, right.
If you keep doing this, when you're 15, it's okay, dumbass, come on.
Yeah.
But no, when you're teaching, it's no, I'm doing this. I have to be stern because it's a big safety issue. This is not a toy. Even a BB gun, not a toy. Your brain has to be connected to that gun. It's that firearm becomes an extension of your body. A self-aware person knows what their hands and feet are doing at all times. It's a charisma trick I learned in a book. If I feel uncomfortable somewhere, all I'm thinking about is what my big toes are doing. And it keeps me grounded and conscious of what my body's doing. Then I stop doing this and looking nervous. and my chest can come out, my head up, and I can be more confident just by being aware of what my toes are doing.
Oh, interesting.
Very helpful.
Yeah.
Consider that
It's
sometimes.
making me think of my toes right now.
We've both spoken on stage quite a bit over the years, preached in front of a bunch of people over the years. You still like are speaking in front of the church every weekend, and there's a lot of people and a lot of people online watching, and you're so comfortable and so good at it. Like, it's really like marvelous to watch. I love it. That's why you hear me in the back going, "Hi, Kyle," trying to throw you off. It's like my favorite thing ever is trying to.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Cracks me up.
I'll see you crack a smile and be like, "He heard me." I love it. But try that sometime, like the toe,
The
big
toes.
toe
Yeah.
trick. Or if you're meeting someone new and it's like, I'm intimidated by this person, or even, which you and I have experienced a lot, when you're talking to someone that is only using one word answers, and you are trying to like get something out of them, and you're like, ugh. Pay attention to your big toes.
Wow. Okay.
It's a huge help.
Wow.
It makes you more comfortable with silence. It makes you more comfortable just waiting for like, oh, there it is. Now he's opening up. Now this person I got somewhere here. Big toes. Huh. Good. That's just a little like
Write that down.
Non-hunting tip for everyone. You should be aware of what your big toes are doing when you're hunting for balance and that kind of thing. But
I imagine it would also probably help you from fidgeting if you are sitting when you're hunting.
Yeah, big time.
To just keep still.
Yeah.
I always struggled with that too. You know, hunting
That's
is
a
just like
skill in and of itself.
not getting. Why am I itchy all of a sudden? You know,
because we're so used. It's ingrained in our brain to like go, do, produce, perform, and that's what I've loved. The last couple of years specifically is just not doing it. Getting reacquainted with nothing. It's beautiful, but it's so hard and daunting at first. In my elk hunt this year, like the first elk hunt out, and you're waiting like that midday, 6-hour lull where you're just waiting for the animals to start moving again. Yeah, you could get up and run around, but it's not productive. You're wearing yourself out. More productive to like be behind the binoculars and let them do the hiking for you. And I said in there, like, it is really hard to get reacquainted with nothing. Especially in this day and age, like, and the more I hunt, the more I've learned, like, more hours, sat down behind a pair of binoculars and, like, not just looking through binoculars, but searching through binoculars. Over the last couple of years, as I'm filling more and more tags, it's like, what is the key difference to, I'm finding more animals because I'm more patient and I'm looking and getting better at sitting and searching.
Some may say it's almost less about what you come home with and more about who you become.
It's everything about what you come home with, but that doesn't always mean it has to be a tag filled in meat.
Yeah. Who you've become out there. How have you noticed in the last years? Because you have definitely gone more and more into this sport and career. How have you, not having somebody else describe this for you, but how would you describe the way you feel differently today than 5 years ago?
That's a great question. Patience is number one. I have severe ADHD, and the people know about that, and just discovered that I had it a couple of years ago, which made my whole life make sense and all this stuff. But the one consistent thing is it's pulling teeth, it's sandpaper in my brain to do this work email I got to do. But why can, when my body's exhausted, I haven't eaten, I ran out of water, why can I still go, I'm going over that next ridge? So if I can beat my brain out there, like in the thick of it, certainly I can defeat my own brain in the office. So it was like a more confident in myself of I've proven I can do it there, so I know I can find a way to do it here, if that makes sense. Hunting naturally makes you more patient if you're not solely focused on punching a tag and coming home mad that you didn't win.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But the getting a tougher brain out there, the brain, your body can get in hunting shape within 4 hunts. Yeah, it's going to suck the first 4 hikes, but then, you're going to feel that your legs are tired, but then your brain will go, no, you know what we're doing. Shut up. We're going.
And then your body just kind of goes into autopilot. But it's this. It's, I miss my family and kids. I've been gone for 3 days straight, or I've been camping on this mountain. I want to go home. But I know my odds are good, or no, I need to see this through. I don't want to give up early. The mental toughness out there, I have found, pales in comparison to everything else going on here. Oh, the bills are due? Who gives a shit? They'll get paid. They always do. If they're late, am I going to die? No. If my mind fails out there, now I'm in trouble. Because there's actual, maybe physical harm if I'm not locked in, or I'm not paying attention, or...
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've found that going out there makes this so much easier.
And you can't really duplicate that in a gym. You can't duplicate that really in any other way. I mean, hiking for sure, but just getting outdoors in nature, out of your element, comfortable with nothing, as you said.
Which is just so sad that, like, to even think that, like, going into the woods somewhere is out of our element, that bums me out.
Yeah. Well, it's like literally where you were created.
Where we lived out there, man.
Yeah.
Like, we hunted to survive, and I don't know.
You were made of dust.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, not in a perfectly manicured garden, but God made Adam out of dust in the bush, you know,
exactly.
In the wild.
And I just think it's great for everyone to remind themselves how small you really are. And that's why I've said this a billion times again, but like, anyone who goes hunting, and sure, they kill the biggest animals every year, and they don't smile in their photos, and they just, like, you can tell when you meet them, like, oh, you just think you are like king shit. I've never been able to quite understand that. Because when I go out there and I'm like staring down a cliff, and well, to get over there, I have to find a way across. I feel so tiny. And I think a lot of people don't do something that makes themselves feel very small.
That's really interesting.
I think it's so healthy to go and do something, whatever it is. If you want to hunt, great. If not, find something that reminds you that you are not that important. Like, nature doesn't give a shit how many Instagram followers I have. That grizzly bear that, you know, the 25th bear, as they say, the first 24 grizzly bears, you're fine. It's that 25th one you got to worry about. That guy doesn't care about that I have a family or a business or stuff to do at the house. Like, I think it's very important to remind yourself to do something physical that reminds you, I am nothing. I think that's so healthy. Not in like a negative way, but just to like, who am I that you would remember me, Lord? It's great to read that in church. It's another thing to experience it.
Yeah.
When you're on.
I mean, and that's where it was written.
Weather turns or whatever.
And it wasn't written in the pews of a church. It was written from a person experiencing just that very thing, right?
Yeah, and you hear people quote that when they've like made a Grammy-winning worship song. Who am I that you would think?
Which is just such an ironic thing to say.
Easy for you to say, man. Like, you're rich as crap, and some of these pastors that we know and love have. Oh, they just bought 500 acres. Cool, man. Yeah, how tiny of a person you must feel like. And I think the healthy preachers, obviously.
Yeah, right.
They've got, you know what I'm saying, but to go physically be somewhere on a mountain where you're like, I'm standing on one mountain in the world, and I am, dude, I could break my leg, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know? And thank God for like SOS devices and stuff, so you can feel safer, go deeper, go further, whatever. But dude, not enough people do something where they're not the main character.
Wow.
You know?
Well said.
And hunting is a great way. You'll feel like the main character at first until 20 days up there and you haven't filled a tag and you're not seeing deer and you're second guessing everything you know. And you're just left with either going, this sucks, I'm going home, and my wife and kids are going to feel the wrath because dad didn't win at the thing he liked. Or you'll come home going, wow, what luxury I get to live in. My family's healthy. I made it home. thank you, Lord. Like, you let me see some amazing creation, and I survived it. And I'm not trying to make it seem like hunting's the most dangerous thing in the world, but you know what I'm
I think it
thinking.
like just changes your perspective on life altogether. You
Yeah.
know? Makes you more grateful.
Definitely.
You know, appreciate everything. And I want to be a grateful person. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't want to feel guilt. I want to feel gratitude.
Yeah.
You know. So this is really inspiring. Really, I think it makes it achievable. Makes me realize that like getting started is way easier than I'm making it out to be. And hopefully there are more people that are in that same camp of like just getting started. I love that you're doing this rookie year thing. That's what a clever rookie season.
Yeah.
Really clever, and speaks to probably so many people that are like, you know, the spirit is willing. You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like I want to, I just don't know how.
Right. And that's the goal, is like hunting numbers over the last decade are trending down. And in the political landscape, Republicans of all people are trying to sell off public land for affordable housing, which is horseshit. If tag holders, if we keep losing tag holders, if people stop spending money doing this, the way how greedy every political denomination is, like, we're going to lose this within 50 years. Easy. And then you won't even have to worry about taking your kids because they won't be able to.
Well, yeah. Well,
And we'll fall victim to just further corporate and political greed unless we get new people hunting. And not just like kids, but like grown-ass dudes with young kids.
yeah.
And that's where my heart is I would love to take, the 12-year-old hunting for his first hunt, but that kid has grown up. I can't wait till I'm old enough to go hunting. And that's a lot of the videos that I see on this topic. I want to take the grown-ass dudes that love anime, that are computer nerds, that,
Wow.
like any background.
Yeah.
Hey, you can learn to do this. And maybe it's not for you, but now you've got some skills to, God forbid, Wi-Fi goes down for a week. You're okay. I've got some skills where I can get meat or just be comfortable.
Well,
being
and just
uncomfortable.
And just again, equipping the person to be more competent and self-sustaining.
Right.
And when crisis hits, that they're not melting into a puddle.
Yeah.
But they're like, okay. I've learned certain things, like Liam Neeson. I've got a certain set of skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
And those skills, they don't need to be extreme.
Yeah. Right.
Hunting isn't for everyone, and it can't be. Unfortunately, we don't have the infrastructure for that.
Yeah.
But it could be for someone that has never considered it before, and that's the person that I really want to reach. And dude, I can't wait to teach you some of that stuff.
Yeah. Me
Like, Warren
too.
Ronner, you've helped me through finances and business tax things and just how to deal with people better and how to lead better and all that stuff. So let me teach you how to get some frickin' venison.
Let's go.
A couple more sponsors here, guys, and we'll get back to the show. We are brought to you by Barnes Bullets. I love Barnes Bullets, especially their Harvest collection. These are the real deal. They group incredible. I just got a Sequence Precision Rifle in 6.5 PRC. I'm getting 1/4 inch to 0.4 inch groups every time I go to the range with this gun paired with Barnes Harvest Collection ammo. Barnes is known for their solid copper bullets, but they wanted a more of a lead core option for medium or thin-skinned game rather, that's going to expand a little bit more rapidly at from 0 out to 500 or so yards. I've also seen people killing elk with these things out to 600-700. It's an incredibly capable bullet. It's topped with the Sierra Match King, which is a Sierra Game King bullet, the green tips, which is a bullet renowned across the world for performing extremely well. I just took a bunch of first-time hunters out to kill their first deer, and the performance of these bullets has been nothing short of amazing. The best part is the price point, $39 to $45, depending on your cartridge. They are affordable, but they perform extremely well and group extremely well. You're going to love these things. Please check them out, barnesbullets.com or your local retailer. Thank you to Barnes Bullets. Optics. You guys know how much I love my Mavens. It is high-end Japanese glass at a third of the price point of some of the competition because they're a direct-to-consumer company. In my chest harness, pretty much on every hunt, I have their 12 by 50s in their B series glass. They're very short, very compact, lightweight, and you have that 12 power magnification. Also, crazy enough, they came out with a new monocular, the M2. It is a 12 by 50 monocular, but I've been using it as a mini spotting scope on some of these whitetail hunts where we're in closer quarters and I don't need a pair of 12s. I certainly don't need my pair of 18s. I will keep that little tiny 12 by 50 monocular in one of my hip belts. And if I want to get a better view of something or film off the tripod, I will pull that thing out and I put a Tricer NS clamp on it, which is a 1 ounce piece of billet aluminum that mounts to any Arca tripod that you have. And then I have a little tiny mini spotter, and I've been loving the monocular for that reason. So check out Maven Optics at mavenbuilt.com. You will not be disappointed. Podcast and everything I do is, as always, brought to you by elkdon'texist.com. If you're wondering how you can support the channel, support me and my family more than anything else, if you have all the gear you need, you don't need to buy more gear, and you're wondering, I love this guy's videos, and if you're one of these angels that just wants to support the cause of taking yourself less seriously, especially on the mountain, and getting new folks into this hobby, sport, lifestyle that we love so much, one of the best ways you can support me is by making a purchase at elkdon'texist.com. Elk Don't Exist was created as a reminder to take yourself a little bit less seriously in the woods, to remind yourself if you don't fill a tag, it's okay. Hunting is extremely hard, and it looks hilarious if you're wearing an Elk Don't Exist hat and you fill an elk tag. It's amazing. My favorite DMs to get are, the parents saying, hey, I bought one of your hats for my son and he wore it and killed his first elk. Here's the photo. That money goes directly to me. My margins are very tiny. I'm trying very hard to bring you high quality apparel, really cool designs that aren't overly redneck, if that makes sense, and keep my margins down so that I don't have to charge you too much while still being able to turn a tiny little profit. If you want to support the channel and the podcast, you can do so at elkdon'texist.com. Your support means the world to me. Let's get back to the show. Thank you. elkdon'texist.com.
Hold still, man.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
I ask, this is one of my favorite questions to ask toward the end of a podcast, and you haven't hunted much, but you have hunted. Mm-hmm. I ask, what makes a good hunting buddy? So, but we'll flip that, because, not flip it, but what makes a great friend? If you could boil it down to a sentence.
We're all feeling like we're imposters, Mm-hmm. And so I think a good friend is somebody that allows you to be a nerd and loud, or whoever you are when you're not trying.
That's great.
When you have permission to just be who you are and not have to put on a show or manage the relationship, to where you can just be like the goofy, funny, and it doesn't annoy them. They appreciate that of you, and vice versa. Friendship cannot be a one-way street. It has to be, for everything you expect of the friend, you have to be willing to give as well.
That's great. Easy. Hey, thank you for always letting me be me.
Yeah, man, I love you.
I love you too, buddy. But yeah, that was it. From when I first met you, I could just be like, oh, he gets me. I'm sure I've annoyed you. I'm sure I have, we've both crossed the line with some joke telling, but we let it be.
Yeah,
and that's
for sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, and then,
9/11 memes sent to each other.
I would say another note for a good friend is time. I think of some of my buddies from high school, I could call today and we would just pick right back up.
We don't get to hang out that much.
No, but we could pick up anytime
Yeah.
right where we left off. And I've always valued that in a friend of like, my wife, one of her closest friends lives in Utah, and I know they can just at any point just reconnect, and it's like they've never been away from each other.
There's no pressure
Yeah.
I haven't heard from this person in 4 days. I got to text them 5 times.
Do they not like me anymore?
I got to find something to ask them. No, it's like, let it be.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got lots of friends like that. I have some friends that, shout out to my homie Cole. I've never met him in person. We will FaceTime every couple months and talk for an hour and a half. Dude, I love you so much. Keep going. Never met the guy in my life.
Wow, where does he live?
Virginia, hill country.
The deer over there?
He killed 2 giants this year, like giants. One of the best whitetail hunters I know.
I feel like the people demand a not a reunion, a union.
I have to get him on the podcast. He comes to Hunt Montana sometimes. We're planning something, but
Scheming.
Never met him in person.
That's way cool.
And like when we FaceTime, I was like, dude, I love you so much.
Oh, I love that.
You call me if you need anything. Like that's a good friend.
Yeah, man.
There's no pressure on it. There's no expectation. Our pastor, Levi Lesko, was on the podcast, which was super fun.
Yeah.
And I asked him, and he's like, it's the person you can like take a nap in the car with or like drive home from somewhere for an hour and no one talks and it's not weird.
Yeah.
That's such a good answer. Someone who you can be silent with.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah, that's really good. Which your answer was right along there.
Yeah.
What questions do you have for me that would be helpful for some of these people that are going through the same things, like about how to get started doing something or like basics?
How do you not get overwhelmed by all the gear you have to purchase?
Great question.
What are some good resources to just like study that aren't just spammy, and clickbaity and AI, like
something.
What resources could I just go like, hey, I want to read in my area like some good public land information. What are some just good tactics to, getting off the couch? And
I would say as far as gear goes, you don't need $4,000 in clothing. You don't need a $2,000 rifle. You don't need a $800 backpack. Those are like luxuries that can make your life better. But I always go pair of boots that will keep your feet warm and keep them blister free. A firearm that shoots an inch and a half group. You don't have to go spend $1 billion on a rifle scope combo. You can get into a great shooting deer gun for $500 or less.
great.
And then it's way more important to spend time shooting it. Clothing, wear what you have.
Yeah.
Camo doesn't matter. We've all discovered that. Camo patterns don't matter. It doesn't have to be. If you have like a nice little padded, if you have an old, our great-grandparents hunted in flannels and jeans.
And wool. Yeah.
Or wool.
Yeah.
You don't have to go nuts.
Yeah.
And there's so many like cheap, go to Walmart, man. There's stuff you can buy that'll keep you warm. I would say just stay away from cotton. Because if you sweat,
absorbs,
But you don't have to go nuts
on
camo, and that's such an afterthought. Get the best pair of binoculars that you can afford. And there's $150 pairs of binoculars that'll do great. But even if nothing else, it's like, do I have water? Do I have a firearm? Do I have boots? Am I going to be warm-ish? You can go hunting.
Yeah.
Everything else you build out. It's like if you started playing tennis, you're not going to go buy a $5,000 racket.
Yeah. Do they make $5,000 rackets?
Dude,
I hope they don't.
Dude, everything is $5,000 these days. They probably do. Ask our tennis playing Pastor Levi. I'm sure he can just text him one time. What's the best racket money can buy? And he'll know what it is.
Sure. Yeah. And then like if I want to like study or read up on my local, areas, and
call a game warden in your local area. I'm brand new to hunting. How do I get started? OnX Maps, they're the title sponsor of this podcast. I have relied on OnX for years and years and years and years and years and years, over a decade. I've had OnX Maps. They have a free version that'll tell you where public land is and where private land is. If you get the free version, you've got a billion acres of I can hunt here. You can click the regs website for the state, and it'll show you deer season dates or upland bird season dates. People don't call game wardens enough of, hey, I'm thinking about going out for grouse. What kind, you don't have to say, give me the drainage to go in, but like, what kind of terrain features am I looking for to find more grouse? People don't call the game warden enough, or, fish and game officer in general. They're more than willing to help, especially new hunters.
Yeah, I guess I would have always thought of them as the like, hey, we got a raccoon in the garbage can, come get it kind of resource.
The good officers, they want people to be successful. Like, it's good for their jobs. If people stop buying tags, they're out of a job, So that's a great reference. If you search Hunting 101 YouTube, that can be tough depending on where you live, because a lot of those I found are like from the South.
Okay.
And southern whitetail hunting is like, number one, here's how you get permission on private land. It can vary, but find someone that really knows what they're doing and ask for help.
Yeah.
That's the number one of what do I need to purchase? Dude, if you got boots and a gun, you're good to go. Everything else is a luxury from there.
Well,
to make your life easier, or like, you don't need $4,000 worth of camo layering system if you're just wanting to go hunt, 4 weekends a year. You'll be fine in jeans and some long underwear, a hoodie and a snowboard coat. Like, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
And then learn the local regulations. That's the number one thing. Is you want to be able to tell your kids, here's what the law is and why.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to make an infraction. Learn that. YouTube, hey, how to become a better marksman for hunting. There's a billion videos that'll teach you proper hand placement, how to squeeze a trigger, how to get over target panic, how to group your gun, when to clean your gun, when to lube your gun. Learn those basic principles and then go out in the woods and just figure it out. Because it's a lot of fun. But yeah, get someone who can show you the ropes. Gear is like the last thing on my mind. Do you have a way to kill the animal? Do you have just something to carry water and food? We'll figure the rest out from there. Yeah.
Great.
That's about it.
Cool. Thank you.
Man. Dude, thanks for coming on.
Yeah,
this
thank you
was
for
so
having
fun.
me.
I think this is going to help a lot of people, and I'm
so.
excited to be out in the woods with you more.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's the best.
Let's
With your kids or without them.
Yeah. Cool.
I think we'll make a plan, shed hunting. We can start going I like to go as early January. And mostly, we're going out in the snow. We'll build a fire. I'll bring a flask of bourbon. We'll hike around. We'll see
For the
animals.
kids.
For the children when they're being annoying.
Go to sleep.
Always bring whiskey for the children. Number one tip. Makes them quieter sometimes.
Unless you have Irish kids, then they get all rowdy.
Yeah, then they
want to
tougher.
brawl.
Yeah. So, what nationality are your children? This needs to come into play. Yeah, dude, I'm just excited for you. To anyone watching, if you have questions, hit the DMs, hit the comment section. Find me on Instagram at Dillon Deitz, and ask away. There's no dumb questions with me. I try to answer all DMs, all comments, because I want you to become self-sufficient hunters, because there's no more rewarding thing that I have experienced
It's awesome.
on this earth. So
Do it.
Kyle, love you, buddy.
Okay. Love you too.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
You're going to help a lot of people just with your good questions. So
Cool.
And we are going to make a Western hunting athlete out of Kyle Heinecke. Yeah, flex on him. Flex on him. I'll flex on him too. Hey, Jocko, sponsor me.